Well, first of all, what took place in the long room perhaps shouldn't have taken place
Right.
because, yes, I believe what the MCC say. It's a privilege to be sitting in the long room and to have the players passing amongst you to and from dressing room. That doesn't give you the privilege to then abuse them as they pass close by you. If I would think, Johnny, if you want to abuse the players, go out into one of the other stands, into the tavern stand or into any other stand, the grandstand, wherever, and shout your abuse from there. Once you have the privilege of sitting in the long room, you're expected to behave accordingly because not everyone gets that privilege to be in the long room. Whether it was something that should have been said, you are free to express your opinion. You go to a cricket match, whether you're paid or not, you are free to express your opinion. And if your opinion that something that took place on the field shouldn't have taken place, you voice it. But I don't think it should be coming from the long room.
Fair play. That's a very balanced comment. And we saw a very unfortunate stumping today from Jonny Bairstow, hero of day one, clearing out the just stop oil guy and putting him on the boundary, probably the best boundary he's ever scored. He was stumped, though, by Alex Carey. Alex Carey using his T20 and one-day international experience to return the ball to the wicket and take his wickets off when he appeared to be off his stumps. Was that fair or not fair? Richard Tice says that is totally unfair and Australia should have dropped their appeal. Michael, what do you think? Do you agree with Richard or do you agree with Chris?
No, I wouldn't say it is unfair. Once you are playing within the rules of the game or the laws of the game, because cricket has laws, not really rules. Once you're playing within the laws of the game, it can't be unfair. You might say it's unsportsmanlike. People might want to say that. And that's what they say about the man cutting as well. It's within the laws of the game to man cut someone, as it is termed. But some people may say it's unsportsmanlike. But it's a totally different situation, in my opinion. I had this conversation with a friend of mine here in the Caribbean as well. It's a totally different conversation as a man cutting to what happened to Jonny Bairstow. As I said, I didn't see it. But from what I understand is he was in his crease when the ball passed him and went to the wicket keeper. Now, I heard, again, Johnny, I'm taking the second hand. I heard that the reason given for him being given out was that the ball was not dead. The umpire had not called over. In the middle of an over, Johnny, the umpire doesn't call over. Perhaps it was the last ball, so you would expect to hear the umpire calling over. But in the middle of an over, the umpire does not call over. But batsmen have been known to step out of their crease and tap the pitch at various stages, or to go down to have a chat with the opposite number or the other batsman that's there with them. And you hardly ever see that they are run out or stumped or whatever you want to term it while doing that. Now, my understanding of the ball being dead or alive is this. Again, I'm open to the third umpire or any umpire to say that I'm wrong. My understanding is that if both batsmen are in their creases when the ball hits the gloves of the wicketkeeper, that is when the ball is dead. Whether it's the first ball of the over or the last ball of the over, that is my understanding. Now, if that is true, if that is correct, and Jonny Bairstow was in his crease, not batting outside of his crease, because I inquired about that as well. He was in his crease, and the other batsman was also in his crease. In my understanding, the ball is dead at that point. As I said, the umpires can tell me I'm wrong, but that's just the way I understood it when you were playing the game. And once you're in your crease, the ball is in the wicketkeeper's glove. It's not a matter that it just bounced out of his glove and trickled away. It is in his glove, safely in his glove. In my understanding, you are then free to go out of your crease to tap the pitch or to have a chat with your other batsman. Not to try and steal a run, obviously. If you try and steal a run, that is now you're trying to take advantage. So I'm not too sure what the regulations requiring Jonny Bairstow to leave his crease, how it was interpreted.
Michael, what you said right at the beginning is so apposite, and I think we should all respect it, which is cricket has laws, not rules. Cricket has laws. I like the way you said that, and that is much appreciated. Now, shall we talk about the Independent Commission for Equity in Cricket? Now, this stares out at me, Michael, because this report is called Equity and not Equality, as though they're trying to replace people with other people. and it found that English cricket allegedly suffers from widespread and deep-rooted racism, sexism and elitism. Apparently urgent reform is apparently badly needed. And these are the words of Douglas Murray in the Telegraph today. You can tell much about this inquiry from its name, equity. Equity is, of course, not the same thing as equality. Are you with Douglas or are you against that point of view? Is this a report, in your opinion, that is badly overdue, or are they just trying to destroy cricket's roots?
No, I don't think anyone is trying to destroy cricket's roots. I think what the report was trying to do, it was quite wide based. It wasn't just about racism, although from my understanding that is where it started. But they wanted to go wider than that. They wanted to make sure that cricket was open to everyone and see what was blocking the accessibility of cricket to everyone, whether you're a man, woman, black, white, green, whatever. So they went beyond just racism. I have been talking, Johnny, about racism in general, but this report, they spoke to me initially when they were looking to do the report, and I gave them my opinion on certain matters and pointed them in certain directions. And Ms. Butts then went and did this wide-ranging report. So I have no problem with the naming of it, the way it was done, because they are trying to fix the game of cricket. My opinion, if you fix the society, you'll fix a lot of other sports. If it was football season and they did a similar report, you'd hear that football has a problem. Because it's cricket season and they did that report stemming from Azim Rafiq's situation at Yorkshire, you hear that cricket have a problem. I don't think sports have a problem. I think the society has a problem which needs to be fixed, and then sports will also be fixed. Johnny, I speak about this on a regular basis. I speak to schools, I speak to organizations, I speak to all sorts of people. And I ask them one thing. If during the apartheid rule of South Africa, the government had said anyone, everyone can play every sport, go into any ground, do whatever you like. But as soon as you leave the sporting arena, you go back to the apartheid system. How would that help anyone? So you need to fix the society, not just the sport. I agree, different sports have their own little problems, and they need to look at them and try and solve them. And that is why they did that such a wide-ranging report on cricket. But we need to fix our society so that we will get people understanding that we are all one, and there's no need for all this diversity and racism and all this talk.
Michael, you couldn't be more clear. That is an exceptional comment, and I thank you very, very much for talking Test match cricket and off-field issues. That is Michael Holding, former West Indies cricketer.